Merry meet Pisces, Pisces sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Pisces, starting today, the 17th of November, 2024. This is Ariel, and today I'm reading with this Golden Tarot of the Renaissance, and I've already purified with this 4711 cologne. You can find links to purchase each of these products right in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Let's see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Pisces. Starting out with the High Priestess, followed by the Three of Swords. And then we have that beautiful Knight of Wands. Well, I'm sorry. Whatever's going on, it seems like there's some sort of loss, some sort of depression maybe. And it just a type of mourning, energy of mourning, loss. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. And we all go through that from time to time in this world. This world is a world of loss. It's a world that's all about the temporary. And it's impossible to have lasting happiness here because something's always going to end. Somebody's going to die, a pet's going to die, a friend, a loved one's going to die, a relationship's going to end. We're not going to get what we want. Things happen, and it's just awful, and I'm sorry that you have to go through it, and I'm sorry if you are going through that. But the good news is that it is temporary, and it will not last, and it will pass. And what it looks like it's passing into is receiving assistance. Receiving assistance. It seems for some of you that this came out of nowhere. That this might have either been a surprise or it was something that maybe you had been suppressing and not wanting to look at, and it finally came up. Whatever that was, it's important that we don't go into pretending things aren't there when they're there, because that just makes them stronger. And then they come up in weird ways. So it's good if you're experiencing whatever this pain is, that you're being honest about it and you're feeling it. But also recognize that when you're doing that, that's another way for you to move through it. And moving through it is really what's happening. And there is a lot of help for you. There's a lot of help. There's a lot of support. People do love you. And it's important that you accept their love, that you accept their support and their help, and don't feel like you have to do everything by yourself or isolate any of that. Okay, we've got this Queen of Cups, which is so you. We've got this Three of Cups, which is wonderful, on top of this Three of Swords. And we've got this King of Wands, which is really great on top of this Knight of Wands. So it's almost like you've got this other alternate reality going on this top panel. And each corresponds to the card beneath it. It's almost like the spirit's answer to what you're going through. So in regards to things coming out of nowhere, with this High Priestess, we've got this Queen of Cups, which is saying that the invisible world is something that you're very familiar with, that you're very comfortable with. And the more that you can lean into all of those wonderful Piscean skills, the psychic development, the mediumship, the deep meditation, the work in the astral plane, all of those things is very helpful for you right now. And you want to just lean into that more and more. This Three of Cups is an answer to whatever's going on with this loss, is that, and I think that you are aware of this, and if you aren't, I want you to remind yourself of this, that it's in addition to whatever this loss is, there's great joy as well, and two things can coexist at the same time, and one does not negate the other. So even though you may be all encompassed with even though this feeling of loss may feel all encompassing, there's also great joy in your life as well, and it deserves your attention. And in fact, that joy that is there is going to be a wonderful catalyst to help you move through this. Again, not pretending like you're not experiencing the feelings of loss, but also not negating the experience of joy that you are having as well. It can feel very weird when you're feeling joyful and depressed at the same time, but it's okay to do, and it's important to do. It's important to honor all of what you're going through, not just the negative things, but the positive things as well. And the positive things are definitely going to take over because they are the closest thing to reality. They're much closer to the real world, in the world of the soul, in the world of spirit, than any of this loss is. Because remember, in the world of the soul, there is no loss. There is only perpetual joy. So this is the feelings of joy that you have are like a beacon of light, hearkening to another part of the reality that you have that's a lot greater than any sorrow this world can deliver. Okay, we have, this King of Wands. And that's really where I think your power lies, Pisces, right now, is your work, what you do. It doesn't have to be your professional work. It can be, but whatever you do, it might be artistic. It might be cooking. It might be whatever it is that you do so well, that you love so much. It can be a business. It can be a hobby. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're the King of Wands about, and it may be more than one thing. That is really the place where you have the most power to firmly move through whatever you're going through. Very, very solidly move through whatever you're going through. I know when some people are going through loss, they are afraid to lean into their work because they feel like maybe they're not, maybe they're avoiding going through their feelings, or they're being disrespectful to whatever they lost or whomever they lost. That's not true. That's what the work is there for, is so that you can find that energy of creativity, that you can find that energy of productivity and industry, or whatever that happens to be, and that is there for you as a companion, as a loving friend, to help move you through all of this, whatever you're going through, and also to not forget all the joy that you do have as well. And there is a lot of joy. There is a lot of joy, and it can be very challenging for us to experience those two things at the same time, but they are both there. They are both there. And like I said, ultimately the joy will take over. And part of the way for that joy to take over for you is to really lean into what you do well, and to really do it, to be fully engaged in it, and to be unapologetic about it. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Do what you want to do. Do what you love to do. You get that. You get that freedom. Nobody can tell you how to grieve. Nobody can tell you what you're going through and how to be there best. But the cards don't lie, and they are very clear that whatever you do well is going to not only serve other people, which it always has and it always will, but right now it's there to serve you. It's a good friend, it's a companion, and it's a healing elixir for you to really move out of some of the denser areas of whatever these feelings of loss are. And because this is a 3, it's Saturnian, so that's probably an indicator that this isn't all that new. That maybe even if some of the circumstances might be new, that this pain has been there for a while. But so has this joy. So has this joy. And they're not fighting against each other, they're coexisting. And eventually, like I said, the water of the cups of the 3 of Cups eventually wash away all these swords. Eventually wash away all of those swords. All of the wounds from those swords are healed, and you are left not with sort of silly joy, silly celebration, but deep joy, meaningful joy. You're not discounting the pain that you have to see. There's a sacredness about pain when we go through loss. Because if it wasn't important, it wouldn't hurt. If you didn't lose something you loved, it wouldn't hurt. And the fact that it hurts means that there was great joy. But that joy, like I said, is still alive. It's just that until we can move past the fact that forms change in this world, we have to go through that. But what won't die is the joy. What will die is the pain. The pain does get healed. The joy doesn't need to be healed because it is constant, and it is something that exists in your soul, and it never goes away. It never goes away. The pain does. The pain is temporary. Okay, what did I miss here? We already talked about that. Okay, let's talk about this here. This Knight of Wands that's sitting under your King of Wands. Not only are you supposed to be or being encouraged to lean into what you love to do, but you're also being encouraged to find the assistance that you need to do that. Actually, you don't need to find it. You just need to accept it. There is assistance available. Like I said, you have all kinds of people that love you, and allow yourself to acknowledge those who encourage you to do these positive things, these wonderful things. Those are the people that are really on your side. Anybody that's trying to get you to not do what you love to do right now, maybe just let them go for a minute. You can come back to them later. You don't need to be around people that don't support you right now. You need to be around people that do love you and support you. And I'm not saying to get rid of those other people from your life. It's just that you don't need to be around them while you're going through what you're going through. On the other side of it, you can get back together with them. It's just that they're not in a place in their own development where they're capable of supporting you in the way that you deserve and need to be supported. And it's up to you to not let them pull on you. Okay? So you're doing great, and I'm sorry for what you're going through. For some of you, it's not as big of a deal, and for some of you, it's a huge deal. And whatever level of deal it is, I am sorry that you're going through this loss, and I know you're getting through it, and this too shall pass, and that joy is there. It will remain, and you will find it again. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. We'll see you in 2 weeks for another reading, Pisces. Until then, blessed be.